What's up, YouTube? Listen, family, in today's video, we're going to talk about why having $500 in the bank is so significant. But do me a favor, before you go any further, please do me a favor. Please like and subscribe and join us on the journey if you haven't already, okay? Guys, did you know that over 66% of people in America can't handle a $400 emergency, okay? Today's video is about making sure that you are not one of those 66, or if you are, that you come out of that pool of people and jump on the other side, okay? 2 in 3 Americans can't cover a $400 emergency. And guys, when we say emergency, we're talking about things like a flat tire, an engine blowing out. We're talking about trivial things that shouldn't even be that significant, because they're so small on some levels, but to some that hasn't embraced this yet, these things can be catastrophic. I'm talking about the smallest thing could throw a person's whole day off, whole week off, whole entire budget off, because they don't have $500 to handle a $400 emergency. Only 1 in 3 Americans can comfortably cover a $400 emergency expense, according to a new survey. So only 33% of people in America can even afford and handle a $400 emergency. Guys, no matter what you're doing, don't let another week go by without ensuring that you are not part of this group of people, okay? Meaning, with all that we're doing, no matter what you need to do, whether you need to grab a side hustle, add more hours, pick up some overtime, pick up a part-time job, whatever it is, I need by the end of this week that you make sure that you have put aside at least $500 in your savings account to ensure you're not who they talking about when they say these types of things, okay? Guys, it starts with you. It starts with a decision to say, you know what? I can be better than this. I can do better than this. Why? Because I now know better than this. Listen, guys, each and every day you have a chance to not only separate yourself from things you may have endured through your childhood, things that may not even be your fault, that just might have been part of the family lineage, okay? But it's time to break those bonds. It's time to break those cycles of poverty. It's time to break those negative mindsets. It's time to stop running in the victim Olympics and step up to a level where, you know what, you're doing the things you know you're supposed to be doing. You're doing the things that you know are gonna make sure your children are in a better position than you may have been, or that your parents may have been in, okay? It's time, guys. It's time. And so with that being said, guys, I got 2 conversations I want to have today. For those that have $500 in your bank, you need to stick around to the end of this video. But for those of you that don't, do me a favor. Please make sure that you take heed to this. Please make sure that you see the data, that you see what's out there, and that you make a decision today to make sure that's not me, because we don't do that around here, guys. What I want to make sure that I instill and inspire and encourage each and every day is that I'm showing you guys how to level up, and I'm willing to walk alongside you guys to make sure that you do just that, okay? Listen, do me a favor. If you need to, okay, rework your budget, okay? You may need to, instead of going to the barbershop, you may need to cut your hair. Instead of going out to lunch, you may need to pack a lunch. Instead of buying clothes or going out every weekend, you may need to cut back on that until you, if nothing else, make sure you got at least $500 in your savings account. And that is set aside for an emergency, not for you to spend, not for you to blow, not for you to gamble with, not for you to play fantasy football with, none of that, okay? It's simply set aside for an emergency. Do me that favor, okay, guys? Check this out. And for those of you that do have $500 in your bank, you need to go through this checklist. 1, you need to make sure you have an emergency fund that is set up and geared towards covering 3 to 6 months worth of your expenses, okay? If you have any bad debt, any debt at all, you need to make sure that you are paying that each and every month on time by the due date, to make sure that you are maintaining a decent credit score, because that's going to come in handy at some point in time on your journey. Okay, if you have done that, then you guys need to make sure that if you have a job, all right, that you are investing into your work's retirement plan, whether that's a 401k, 403b, whatever it is you may have at your place of employment. Okay, because you have to first get in the mindset of breaking cycles of poverty. Okay, then this is where it all falls on you. You need to make sure that you are opening up what is called a Roth IRA. This is where you invest your after-tax dollars. Okay, so you might have had money come out your check and go into your work retirement account, but now after you have done that, okay, this is money you are taking and intentionally putting in a Roth IRA, which you can max out up to around $6,000, $6,500 a year. Okay, you can choose to do that like I choose to do, $250 every 2 weeks for the course of 26 weeks. Okay, or you can do it in lump sums, or you can do it in a month-to-month basis, however you see fit and whatever is feasible for you. But that's what you want to do next. Okay, and then guys, after you have your debt paid off, after you have your retirement accounts at least invested in up to the company's match, after you have your Roth IRA established, then you want to move on to your individual taxable accounts, such as Fidelity, such as Vanguard, things that you self-manage and things that you are beginning your journey of building wealth with. Okay, these are the order in which you want to do these things and have these things set up. All right, but it all starts with making sure you're not part of the statistics that they are referring to when they talk about 66% of people can't handle a $400 emergency. Okay, I told you guys, we're not doing our job if these numbers remain as is. And so each one teach one. I come on each and every day trying to do what I can to reach who I can reach. But the reason why we are called to teach, because we know we can't reach everybody. And therefore we need you to not only do the work, but then be willing to go pull somebody else up and show them the way. Because guys, I can guarantee you guys going to reach some people that I'll never reach. You guys are going to inspire some people that'll never know me. Okay, there's people looking up to you that you don't even know. There's people looking up to you that you do know. There's people depending on you and you don't even realize it. Okay, and so imagine the amount of lives you can change by making a decision and a choice to change the trajectory of your life. Okay, guys, we don't have to live in lack. We don't have to maintain a poverty mindset. We don't have to run in the victim Olympics. Guys, we can do all of these things that we have been called to do. Okay, it just starts with a decision to try. And that's what I want to encourage you guys to do today. Okay, with that being said, things you might want to put your money in terms of investment. Okay, you have everything from private equity companies you can invest in, companies that you know, like, and love, that you might utilize, that you know that's not public. That's one route you can go. Of course, you got your investments in mutual funds and index funds that you should always be investing in. Okay, these are the things you want to do to begin to acquire assets, to acquire what it is you know that can ultimately generate income, so that your money now works for you. Okay, you don't have to do the heavy lifting. Why? Because you put your army of dollar bills to work, and they're going out, and they don't get tired. They don't need to worry about overtime. They can work all day, every day, long as you set up the vehicles, put the money in place so the money can go to work for you. Okay, listen guys, when they sleep we eat, when they panic we pounce. It's important that you understand why we talk like that and why that's significant. When you put your money to work, your money can be working on your behalf while you're sleeping. But if you have to get up every single day to break your back to make some money, guys, you only gonna have as much money as you're willing to get up and grind. That's not how you want to go about this. You want to reverse engineer that whole level of thinking and make sure that you do all the steps we covered in today's video to first get your setup established the right way. And then you slowly and gradually move on to the investment side of all of this so that you can set yourself up properly so that your future self will thank you later. Okay, with that being said, guys, listen, we make videos like this every day, so if you like this one, make sure you check out the next one. Remember, most people see the end result, very few consider the journey. Do me a favor, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys grab some free stock using my link below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.